Radyo Pilipinas 738 sa Metro Manila.
Huwag maging backseat driver and be up to date. Latest car news, motoring stories, at industry analysis. Gearbox. Ang roadmap mo sa mga pinakabago sa mundo ng automotive. Start the engine, buckle up, and steer the wheel. Car enthusiast man o baguhan, siguradong madaming matututunan. Gearbox na. Hosted by Eric Tipan and Nana Nadal. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. It's 5:10 on a Thursday, December 17. And this is Gearbox live on the radio. Live na live po tayo sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 on the AM dial and also on social media.
Live din tayo sa Facebook. That's at Gearbox RP1. Meron din kaming ibang social media accounts. So kung kayo nasa Instagram, you can find us on at Gearbox On Air. And we are also on YouTube. Ganon din ang hahanapin at Gearbox On Air.
Hindi namin kayo pinahihirapan. Very easy to remember, Gearbox On Air. Sa Facebook po at Gearbox RP1. Yun lang ang medyo naiiba. Okay? So follow us there because it's gonna be very exciting itong towards the end of the year. And then, especially next year. I don't know kung nakita nyo na po sa Facebook, we put out a teaser nung maliit na part ng bagong logo ng Gearbox. I'm sorry?
Part lang.
Part pa lang, yeah. It's just part of the new logo. Hindi po yan yung complete. Although the logo is complete. Natapos na po namin ni Nana and our friend si Elias last week. And then it's gonna be out next year, first episode of next year, 2021. So abangan po ninyo yan, okay? Because we have many surprises and prizes that will go along with the unveiling of the new logo. It's a packed show today.
Yung ikukwento natin sa kanila yung process, how we came up with the logo. It was a long process. May mga self-discovery pa kami.
Actually, may parang...
mga elements, lahat yun may meaning, di ba?
Yeah. Saka si Elias, yung graphic designer po na behind all of this, meron pa siyang parang test na pinagawa sa amin para makuha yung likes, dislikes, tendencies, and all of that. Parang abstract test, parang balik college nga ulit eh. So, it was very exciting, an exciting process, and tama si Nana. So, yeah, okay, we'll reveal that as well. Baka may ma-reveal about us. Baka may ma-reveal about us. So, we'll see, okay? It's a full-pack show today. We have 5 guests mula sa Mazda Philippines. They're going to be on in the air in just a little bit. Mix Torres of the Mix Torres Experience, of course, coming on the show later on, talking about, I don't know what food today. Actually, hindi ko siya natanong eh. I want to be surprised. So, we'll all find out together later. And then at 6 o'clock, of course, we have our friend, si Agnes Conopio from Cherry Philippines. So she'll tell us what's going on. Medyo busy sila. I've been seeing them very active on social media. So that's coming up. But right now, hot topic of the day, actually going to be of the next 2 weeks. Christmas Eve is this day next week. Christmas Eve's day is this day next week. Ang tanong is, how are you celebrating? You know?
And who are you celebrating it with? Diba?
Malaking tanong yan.
Usually, pag ganyan, from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, actually, yung ngayon, di ba, usually, sa mga ganitong panahon, ang dami ng Christmas party, get-together, reunion, di ba? So, who are you spending it with?
That's right.
Pagkita-kita ba kayo sa inyong mga pamilya? Magpupuntahan sa mga bahay-bahay?
And yun pa, because Filipinos, we love to be together, with one another, close friends, family especially, family more than anything else, really. So yun po ang ating, katanungan today. Who will you be spending it with? With yourself lang or with really just your immediate family? Or lalabas ba kayo? And despite the pandemic, bibisita. Yun nga yung visit nga niyan, malaking issue yan ngayon. That word, operative word po yan ngayon, yung visit, yung pagbisita. Nana, what's your opinion?
Well, pareho tayo ng opinion, pero itatry ko i-represent yung kasi madami akong nakikita ng mga lumalabas na maluwag na kasi yung quarantine, di ba? But that doesn't mean na wala na yung pandemic at wala na yung danger. But I also can see where these people are coming from na I guess miss na nila yung mga pamilya nila, di ba? Yung mga kamag-anak nila at gustong-gusto na nilang makita. So, siguro ayaw nilang palagpasin itong pagkakataon na to, itong special occasion. Kaya sila lumalabas. And then may nabasa rin ako na, you know, it's hard for people to stop themselves from visiting, from getting together. Kasi we are not really wired that way. Parang yung instinct natin, yung moral compass natin, hindi naman harmful di ba? Na dumalaw, na mag-get together. I mean, under normal circumstances, yung instinct natin, hindi, unlike kunwari, bigyan ka ng baril. Di ba? Yung instinct ko agad, oh no, nakakatakot, unsafe, ganyan, baka masaktan ako. Pero yung bumisita ako sa magulang ko, bumisita ako sa kapatid ko, hindi yun nagtitrigger ng, protective instinct Yun ang sinasabi nila. Kaya parang, a lot of people are having a hard time resisting visiting. So, ayun. Saka, for some people, maybe it's also a choice of mental health versus physical health, di ba? Kung lungkot na sila, parang siguro kailangan nilang pagbigyan yung kalungkutan nila at makita yung mga pamilya nila. Yun, yung feeling ko ganun, yun ang pinanggagalingan ng mga ibang tao.
Well, you're not wrong on all points. I mean, tama. Valid reasons, valid things to put in mind. Pero at the same time, this is an unprecedented event. I mean, in my lifetime, this is the first time I've seen something like this. Na, we've been quarantined. You can't go out without a face mask, and now without a face shield even. Kasi inimplementa ng IATF na face mask and face shield. So, I know ang hirap i-weigh, mabigat yung timbang ng pamilya, ng close relatives, family, and all that. Pero at the same time, ang bigat din ng other side na paano kung magkasakit ka? Or worse, paano kung makahawa ka? Paano mo dadalhin ang konsensya mo yon? So that's huge. That's big. Okay? Let us know what you think. Nasa ang side kayo nitong parang argument na to. Alright? The post is up sa Gearbox RP1. Put your thoughts there. We'd love to hear from you. Okay? It is now 5:16. At ito paalala ng Suzuki, stylish, bold, and elegant, a ride that is practically a match for every Filipino. That is the Suzuki Ertiga, designed to optimize comfort, efficiency, and style. Drive with confidence with a 7-seater MPV. Make every moment count with the Suzuki Ertiga. For more details, visit Suzuki's online showroom at suzuki.com.ph. Suzuki, way of life. We'll be back with our first guest of the day dito lang sa Gearbox sa Radyo Pilipinas.
Itodo na ang silinyador, forward, and speed up with Gearbox sa Radyo Pilipinas, 7:38 AM.
Ang sawit-sit ay pang-mang-mang, ang sawit-pod ay pang-hung-hang. Ang babae sa lansangan, huwag hiritan kundi igalang.
Pare, ang catcalling ay isang uri ng sexual harassment. Di biro ang sexual harassment at di nakakamacho ang pang-aabuso.
Huwag hiritan kundi igalang.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Commission on Women at ng himpilang ito.
Kalusugan at seguridad mo ang prioridad ng pamahalaan.
Nakikiusap po ako sa mga babae natin. Sumunod po tayo sa gobyerno. Wala akong gugustuhin masama sa atin ang ating pamahalaan.
Disiplina sa sarili ay simulan. Minimum health standards ay sundin. Ito'y malaking ambag ng pagkalat at hawahan ng COVID-19 ay mabawasan at maiwasan.
Napakasimple lang po ng instruction ng ating gobyerno. Stay at home, mag-disinfect, mag-face shield, mag-face mask, mag-distancing.
Let's all work together as a team sa laban na ito versus COVID-19. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika, FM1, at Capital FM2.
Ang Presidential Communications Operations Office sa lahat ng panahon ay nananatili at mananatiling tapat sa aming sinumpaang tungkulin.
Napakahalaga po ng komunikasyon para po maipaabot ng DILG ang tama at credible na informasyon.
Inyo pong asahan na kami sa PCOO kasama ang mga attached units at agencies nito ay magsiserbisyo ng tapat at maglilingkod sa abot ng aming makakaya anumang sitwasyon ang ating kaharapin basta't para sa ating mahal na Pilipinas.
Kayo po sa PCOO ay gumaganap ng napaka-importanting role na natutulungan po kami ng lubusan para maipaalam sa ating publika yung mga importanteng...
Maraming salamat po sa inyong tiwala. Isang mensahe mula sa PCOO at Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Hugasan ng maigi ang kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig. Umiwas muna sa mayroong ugot, sipon at lagnat lumapit. Gawing madalas ang pag-inom ng tubig. Agad magpakonsulta, huwag mag-alinlangan. Siguraduhin mong malinis ang iyong kakainin.
Pilipino, naghugas ka na ba? Maghugas ka na. Una, basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Ikalawa, sabunin ang mga palad. Ikatlo, sabunin ang likod ng mga kamay. Ikaapat, kuskusin ang mga pagitan ng daliri. Ikalima, kuskusin ang mga kuko. Ikaanim, kuskusin ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki. Ikapito, kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. Ikawalo, banlawang mabuti sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel.
Basta't laging handa at merong disiplina. Kung tayo'y sama-sama, ay kaya natin ito. Basta't laging handa at merong disiplina. Kung tayo'y sama-sama, ay kaya natin ito. Kaya natin to.
Laging handa.
Umupa na ang tubig matapos sumabot ito hanggang...
Ilang bayan sa Camarines Sur ang nalubog sa baha.
Serbisyo sa bayan, hindi mahahadlangan.
Patuloy na nakatutok at nusubaybay ang sitwasyon sa
na sa 2,228.
Pagbabantay at pagbabalita gagawin sa lahat ng paraan.
Nagpapatuloy pa nga rin itong itinakas na rescue operation.
Radyo, TV, social media, kasama ang buong puwersa ng Integrated News Team. Presidential Communications Operations Office, Radio Television Malacanang, Philippine News Agency, Philippine Information Agency, People's Television, IBC 13, Balita Central, Radyo Pilipinas Nationwide, FM1 at FM2. Komprehensibong inuulat ang pinakauling sitwasyon sa ating bayan para sa kaalaman at impormasyon ng bawat mamamayan.
Patuloy ang pakiusap ng palasyo sa publiko.
Sa anumang panahon, laging handa para sa bayan.
One team tayo. Lahat magkakakampi. Tayo ay iisang matatag na republika na iisa ang layunin. Krisis na dala ng COVID-19 ating tatapusin. Kaya't saan ka man sa Pilipinas, iparinig mo ang iyong sigaw. We can do it! COVID-19 ay lalabanan natin. Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. During these trying times, let us work together. Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
COVID-19 ay patuloy pa rin nating nilalabanan. Kaya pamahalaan ay pursigidong mabigyan ng bakuna ang bawat mamamayan.
All should have the vaccine without exception.
Mga mahihirap, sundalo at pulis uunahin, pero publiko ay tinitiyak na mabibigyan rin.
I have the money already for the vaccine, but hahanap pa ako ng maraming pera. Because there are now 130 million Filipinos.
Patuloy na sundan ang mga hakbangin laban sa COVID-19 kasabay ng unti-unting pagluwag ng ekonomiya ng bansa. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Turn up the headlines. Turn up the headlines. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Magandang hapon and welcome back to Gearbox sa Radyo Pilipinas. We're live, that's 7:38 AM, and also live on Gearbox RP1 on Facebook, and also live on the Radyo Pilipinas 1 Facebook site. Eric and Nana live on the radio. We welcome our first guest today mula sa Mazda Philippines. We're waiting for 3 more to get into the call, but right now we have Marketing Manager Tracy Carpena with us and Sales Manager Christian Abuel. Good afternoon. Thank you for being with us.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay, well, thank you for taking time out. I know a lot of people in Christmas party mode na. So, thanks for taking time out with us for maybe half an hour to 1 hour para pag-usapan the things that you've been doing, especially this 2020 kahit na ganito yung sitwasyon natin. No? Number one, first question is, it was sometime last year, November, when you guys launched the CX-30, and that vehicle, that design immediately won about 6 months after a Red Dot Award. Well, one of the, sa mga nakikinig, it's one of the most prestigious awards when it comes to design. What does this, award mean for Mazda, number one? And you guys, very proud kayo palagi with the design of the vehicle. So, what does it mean to get a red dot for a vehicle na kakalabas lang?
Yes, actually this award is a true statement for the true craftsmanship and the beautiful design of the CX-30. Talagang naging embodiment sa nung statement that what we're trying to do with the CX-30, which is yung concept nga ng beautiful car of, the most beautiful SUV, of the most beautiful crossover dun sa category na yun. No? So yung very simplistic form niya, yung design niya, na sobrang ganda ng craftsmanship. It really embodies and entails kung gaano kaganda talaga yung CX-30 na yan. So that's what the Red Dot Design Award means for us, Mazda Philippines. And to all Mazdas, of course, in the world.
Congratulations. And aside from being beautiful, can you tell us more about the CX-30? Ano pa ang pwedeng ipagyabang nito?
Yes, so CX-30, it was just launched last year, and this is the first crossover in the 7th generation model or yung lineup ni Mazda. And yung design concept niya was the same as the Mazda 3. It is derived from the Vision Coupe design concept, which actually won the most beautiful concept car of the year in 2018. So again, another award-winning design concept na napalalunan ng Mazda. Then, this CX-30 is another embodiment of yung 7th generation models na tinatawag namin. This is the new yung bagong step or bagong level ng pagka-premium ni Mazda. Yun yung goal ni Mazda is towards becoming a premium or luxury model car na. So, we embody the beauty and subtraction concept. Yung less is more when it comes to the design, so that may mas magandang premium feel when it comes to the vehicle. Yung very minimalistic design concept na yan is also paired with a good interior design. So nagkaroon din kami ng improvement when it comes to our NVH levels or yung noise, vibration, and harshness. Usually yung mga ganong features makikita lang natin or mafe-feel lang natin kapag nagdadrive tayo ng mga European brand cars like the BMWs, the Mercedes-Benz. So there's also an improvement there sa interior ng CX-30. Also, more ergonomic or tinatawag nga namin na human-centric yung design concept ng CX-30. If makapag-test drive kayo, yung listeners natin, of course kayo rin po, Sir Eric and Miss Nana, you'll feel na sobrang well-crafted or well-engineered yung seats niya, yung cockpit niya, yung wheels, even yung touch feel ng mga buttons ng sasakyan namin. It was very premium level, unified. Pag pinindot niyo yung button sa steering wheel, it's the same feeling kapag ginamit niyo rin yung yung buttons dun sa infotainment system. It's very unified. And of course, we also enhanced yung sound system namin. For the top-of-the-line variants, we are introducing our partnership with Bose. So naka-Bose speakers yung aming mga top-of-the-line variants. But even with the yung base model units namin, it's equipped with the Mazda acoustic or Mazda harmonic acoustic sound system wherein it's actually more elevated pa towards sa standard speakers na maririnig o makikita natin dun sa mga ibang brands. So that's That's basically what the CX30 Embody is, or yung package ng CX30 natin.
Well, on behalf of mga audiophiles, and people who love listening to music, kahit na, whether it's music from Spotify or podcasts, you're spoiling your listeners with the Bose stuff. I mean, it's really good. I've tested some of your units with the Bose speakers, and maganda talaga. So it's nice to aim for something like that. If you guys are in the market, bonus ngayon. It obviously will cost a little more if you go for the high-end trim, but yung Bose speakers definitely makes it worth it. That's for sure. You guys celebrated your 100th anniversary this year, and in commemoration, you launched several special edition models. You guys tell us about that?
Yes, correct. So this year is our centenary or centennial year for Mazda for Mazda in general. So we are very proud to introduce to the market yung limited edition units namin of the Mazda MX-5 and Mazda 3 Sportback, when it only comes to a very special color and very special interior color. So it only comes with the one color, which is a snowflake white pearl. For other brands, just to usually kasi pearl white is an embodiment of a premium color na eh. So for us, it's a standard color for Mazda. So yun, we have that
pearl white. Christian, how does this stand out versus the pearl white? Kasi parang ang ganda pakinggan, snowflake pearl white. How does it sort of differentiate itself from regular pearl white?
Yeah, it has the medyo technical lang, no? Mm-hmm. But it has mga light absorbing flakes.
Mas matining or softer on the eyes or something?
Yeah, more on crystallized yung color niya. So it has the light absorbing flakes na tinatawag nga namin. Yun yung medyo technical term for it. And then kapag natatamaan siya ng any kind of light, nagiging crystallized yung kulay ng sasakyan or ng paint.
Nice. Interesting, ah.
And
anong
yes.
Ay, parang nawala siya.
Christian, I think yung signal yata ni Christian, are you back? Or, well, dito naman si Tracy. Can you tell us a little bit more, Trace, about yung 3, Mazda 3 and MX-5 na special edition models?
So for the Mazda 3 and the MX-5 100th anniversary, so actually there are other models available na may 100th anniversary, but for the Philippines, we were able to get allocation for both the MX-5 tsaka sa Mazda 3 because these are the crowd favorites here in the Philippines and the flagship model as well. So for the MX-5, we have 24 units, tapos yung Mazda 3 naman, we have 15. So actually, only 700 examples of anniversary models were produced, and then we were able to get 24 plus 15, so 39 units.
Bilis sa math ni Tracy. Ako iniisip ko hanggang ngayon eh.
Ako din naman, compute na din ako. So that's 39 units, and we've also, actually, yung mga enthusiasts, nakuha na nila yung mga units na yun.
Wow. So wala na.
Wala na. Mayroon na silang owners, and they have homes now.
Wow. And are people asking you if you're gonna get more, or let me ask you, are you gonna get more, or wala na talaga?
So far, we don't have news about a new batch. I think they've already been accounted for per country, per market.
Wow. How fast did it sell out?
It was a bit faster. I think Christian would have more numbers. Pero mabilis lang. We were thinking that 2020 for the whole year, but they're all gone.
How did you go about that, Tracy? Did you offer it for your VIP customers, or was it publicly announced? Parang hindi, no?
It was publicly announced. Yes, but then we offered So after the public announcement, and then that's when the inquiries came in as well. And then also from the patrons, so they were also offered the vehicle, and yun. There are actually other inquiries, kaya lang ubos na.
Nahuli na sila.
Yeah. Because it's like every 100 years lang.
Yep. I remember reading the press release and then, putting it together, putting it out. And I already felt now magkakaubusan to because, judging by the number of Mazda 3 units that you see on the road in the MX-5s, alam mong they're a fan favorite. And to get, very limited edition units celebrating 100 years of Mazda, you don't get that, tulad nga sabi ni Tracy, it's not very often. Every 100 years lang. So, so limited 24 3s and 15 MX-5, right? So, it wasn't going to last for very long. That's for sure. Well, we welcome back Christian with us.
Yes.
Now, also in celebration of your 100 years, you upgraded your free periodic maintenance service coverage. Can you tell us about this?
Yes, we upgraded our. Actually, it's already a competitive package versus the competition. So the free 3-year PMS was upgraded into 5-year PMS na, and it's all across our brand lineup, from Mazda 2 to the CX unit, and then even down to the BT50 unit. So every unit sold that was launched during the pandemic, that was April 2020, will now have that free 5-year service plan in all our Mazda units na lahat ng releases namin from that point.
So worry-free,
and it comes with
kotse, pagbili mo ng Mazda, wala ka nang alalahan.
Yes, worry-free. So it really comes with the free labor, yung oil, every parts na papalitan dun sa periodic maintenance service na yun, it's really for free. Even the labor, again, we would like to emphasize that even the labor is free. Then it's a very free service plan. You'll just have to go to the showroom or to the service area, have your car keys turned over to the service advisor. They will explain to you kung ano yung mga items to be replaced, items na i-check nila, and then you just have to sit back, have your coffee with you, or read some newspaper, watch some TV, and then boom, after some hours, you'll have your car ready, car washed pa, kinarwash pa nila yan, and then you'll be driving home without any penny being spent on your maintenance.
Galing.
Ang galing. Kasi usually that's what people neglect eh. Pag nagko-compute sila ng budget, di ba, in buying a car, hindi nila nako-compute yung expenses for the maintenance. But for Mazda, if they get a Mazda or if they got a Mazda during the pandemic, wala nang problema. Diba? Okay, I'm curious naman. I read something about yung build your personal MX-5. Parang nakakaaliw yun. Can we tell our listeners about it?
So for Build Your MX-5 is, we just launched it last November 3. Itong Build Your Personal MX-5 program na to. And we actually collaborated with the media partners when we had this launch. Can you tell us more about this, Tracy, for the MX-5, for the Build Your MX-5 program?
Okay, so for the Build Your MX-5, so this is pretty exciting kasi first time to na for a Japanese car brand na you can't just, yung iba kasi parang you have, let's say you wanted a sports car or a roadster and then you order the color that you want, yung exterior color lang. But this time we have options. So if you want it manual, if you want it automatic, if you want it on a soft top or hard top, and then so with this new program, it's exciting. You have 78 possible combinations.
Wow.
So actually, when we were working on it, parang, oh, I want it in red, and then the possible combinations, parang endless na siya because it's about 78. So by creating that MX5 unique to your customers so they can get to have their own MX5 that suits their personality. So,
Stand out ka na nga, naka-MX5 ka eh. Lalo pang magsa-stand out because it's your own configuration, di ba? Combination.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, even the interior, you can change it from black, right, Kristen? From black leather to red Napa leather. So, yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Does it take long to build this own personal MX5? So parang kung binili ko ngayon, I'm sure I have to...
Yes, everything is customized.
I think Christian is saying something.
Yeah, parang...
Yeah, it usually takes... And so it usually takes about 4 to 6 months for us to do the initial ordering, to build the unit, and then for us to deliver the unit from the Mazda plant papunta dito sa Pilipinas. Of course, there are still some documentations pa that needed for us to do. Of course, our pre-delivery inspection. 4 to 6 months is the timeline, the timetable for this Build Your MX5 program.
Not bad. Sulit naman.
Oh, maghintay ka lang konti, but at least, you get a bespoke, ika nga, na, I mean, it's truly yours. The MX5 ranges from like 1.9 to about 2.2 million, right? How crazy can you go? I mean, did you guys make computation ba kayo if somebody like just, everything all in, top of the line stuff, how high can they go?
Yeah, actually, even as far as choosing your own, especially for those na fanatic talaga ng soft top, you can choose a very rare combination. Say, for example, gusto niyo ng blue na exterior and then you want a red top to go with it, and then another combination would be like a black top to go with it. You can go as far as that, and then we also have that variant wherein we offer BBS wheels. The standard kasi is when BBS wheels kasi is not a standard wheels MX5, but if you want to go as far as that, yung around nasa 2.6 million, then you can still go and customize that unit. Yun nga, as mentioned, depende sa preference ng exterior, interior, and then the materials, even the seating material. You can even customize it to your liking.
Galing. I want to put some Napa leather on the dashboard.
Yeah.
Now, how many units are you working on now? Are there several units you're working on now dito sa Build Your Personal MX5 program?
Yes. So far, we actually have an initial orders na. In total, we already have 12. So it's the timeline is of course different kasi it was ordered in a different month or a different week. So there are timelines that we need to be guided in order nila sa amin. But so far we have already 12 in the orders for the MX5. So you'll be seeing, you won't be surprised to see different color combinations na MX5. Yun nga, as mentioned, we already have that order, yung sinasabi namin kanina, blue exterior with red top, and red interior. You'll be seeing that on the road.
So sometime, what is it? Gonna be mga April, May? Because November lang siya nag-start, no? So around May, we'll be seeing maybe, if you're lucky, one of these 5 customized MX5s on the road. Can't wait to see yung, para malaman mo yung how imaginative, how creative, these MX5 owners can get. So can't wait to see that.
It would be the story behind the choice.
Actually, maybe we can have one of those guys on the show sometime next year to talk about, the process of putting together their MX5. I'd love to hear, how did you get to that kind of, mix and match sort of a thing.
Yeah, agree. I think that's a good story to hear.
Yeah, definitely. We'll set that up, guys. Yeah, we'll set that up 2021. That's for sure. We'll have you guys on the show again. Now, just recently also, you guys presented the BT50 Pangolin. Can you tell us about this?
Yes. So we launched it last November 24. So almost the same week lang din when we launched the Build Your MX-5 program. This BT50 Pangolin naman, ang main goal namin is to really raise awareness of the critically endangered species that is endemic to Palawan. So yun nga, this is the Philippine Pangolin. And what we did is we partnered with the Katala Foundation. This is a non-profit or NGO foundation based in Palawan that conserves and protects these endemic species. So yun yung pinakang goal talaga namin, for us to really raise awareness with the pangolin. Kasi I think everyone knows about the pawikan already. Diba? So we are targeting to raise one of those na neglect na
that's true.
Endangered species rin na meron sa Philippines. And Katala was very welcoming when we did this partnership, and they're very happy actually that we had this partnership, because they are also in line with our objective na yun nga, that the main objective for this is really to first raise awareness.
That's a good pick, by the way, pangolin. Kasi marami na may alam about the tarsier and a few other endangered species sa Pilipinas. So that's a good pick. I never even, I didn't know they were endangered in Philippine pangolin. So that's great work from Mazda.
Yes, and then we, of course, customized the BT50 pangolin to its liking of yung same features na meron din si pangolin. So we dressed up our BT50. Yeah, it has the scales, right? So even yung namin, yun nga, roto wheels namin, the 17-inch roto wheels na may same design concept as the pangolin, yung parang scales niya. Then we also dressed it up like we added fender flares. Meron din kaming custom built roof rack. We also added some side step bar, steel sports bar sa likod. And then may pangolin details din kami nilagay dyan, mainly for the awareness campaign that Katala wanted us to help them. Yeah.
And then you're also lending Katala, di ba, a unit of BT50?
Yes. Tracy can tell us more about naman for the unit.
Yes, that's right. We lent them one unit of the BT50 Pangolin. It actually arrived in Palawan already, right, Christian?
So nagagamit na nila?
Not yet. I think customs, the necessary paperwork, but it's on its way to the Katala Foundation headquarters. Yeah, so they will have it for a year so that their education campaigns among the people of Palawan and also for their field work, so they can also use it for their field work. But I think they do a surveying of the pangolin so that they would know the population, the current population, and if it's growing or if it's declining, and the other threats that they're facing. So they have a vehicle that they can use for that study.
Big help for sure.
Yes.
Now, speaking of the BT50, the all-new just came out. And it looks really, really good, especially with the updated grille, the headlamps. I'm sure you've gotten questions about when is it coming here. Do you guys have any idea? May plans, rumors, and stuff?
Nako, bawal yata kami mag-spread ng rumors. So, for now, we don't have information about it yet. But we'll keep you posted. Should the rumors be, be finally true?
Wala si Steven. Wala si Steven nasa Baguio. I think our producer is trying to call him, pero siguro the signal and all of that. But
yeah, maybe the signal is bad. Yeah,
sayang. Wanted to be here, President and CEO of Mazda Philippines, and I don't know if pwede nating makuha kay Steven yung sagot, but you know,
we can try. We can try calling him again.
Mahilig si Eric mag-fish ng
Yeah, but of course we'll keep you posted.
Well, we can't wait. I mean, I remember I reviewed, I think it was last year or late last year, I reviewed the BT50, and for the price that you pay for, I mean, it's madami ka ng features na makukuha. Very competitively priced, and yet the performance and the equipment that you get are top-notch. So I can't wait to see what the new generation BT50 will bring. So looking for hopefully 2021, no? But we never know. Tracy nakangiti, parang meron.
Parang na yung launch eh. Parang inaayos na nila.
Basta will keep you posted. I can't say anything. No information yet. Yeah, but thank you for being excited about the new one. It looks really handsome. Yeah.
Of course.
Ito siguro you won't hesitate to share. Do you have any promos ongoing or coming up? Chismis sa promos, meron ba?
Meron tayong chismis dyan. So for the last month of the year, so we have actually we call this promo Sayonara 2020, but essentially it's like an extension of our 100th anniversary. Kasi technically 100th anniversary pa rin namin. So we're giving as much as 200,000 cash savings on certain variants of the BT50, the CX9, and the CX30. So since it's our 100th anniversary, it's our way of saying thank you. Kasi without our loyal customers, we would be even 100 now. So yun yung cash savings that we're offering now.
Nice.
Until December 31 pala siya.
Okay.
Also, meron pa yung mga nagka-Christmas shopping ng yan. Pwede ba silang bumili sa Mazda and they will get that big discount.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
ongoing
14 days more. At I'm sure marami na nakakuha ng bonus.
Oo nga.
Marami na nakakuha. 17 na eh. And you know, so yeah, you know where to spend it, that's for sure. If they want to find out more details, Trace, you know, about the promos, about the vehicles, can you again refresh us yung social media outlets, website of Mazda Philippines?
Oh, sure. They can just visit Mazda.ph. And if they're more comfortable with Facebook, they can also look for us on Facebook. Just search for Mazda Philippines. And our Instagram account is also Mazda Philippines. So they can reach out to us via Messenger or via our Instagram account. And if they prefer to write us via email, pwede rin naman sa customer.service@mazda.ph.
Okay. Now, just one more thing. If they want to go to the dealership, you know, what do they need to prepare? What's the process?
For us, actually, during the ECQ or MECQ, we tried to make it easier for people to visit the dealership so they can actually chat with us on Facebook. Tapos, pwede silang malink to the dealership that they prefer to visit or yung malapit sa kanilang dealership. So they can chat with them directly, let's say. They can chat with Mazda Philippines, and then Mazda Philippines will direct them to the dealership of choice nila. Tapos yun, they can set an appointment or they can ask questions. So yeah.
Okay.
Kanina, answer this question, dudugtong ko lang. Kanina, Christian mentioned na masarap i-test drive yung CX30. So how are your test drive processes? Paano nagbubook? Do they have to go to the showroom or hinahatid nyo ba sa bahay? May ganun bang option?
For now, wala pa. I think it's the dealership handling yung processes. So each dealership have their own, of course, yung safety protocols nila for those test drives.
Okay. So get in touch with Mazda Philippines and you'll get them in touch with their preferred dealership para mas madali, like appointment type situation na mangyayari sa inyo. Well, thank you very much. It's too bad we couldn't get in touch with Steven. Enjoy Baguio. Ang sarap. I'm sure malamig dyan right now. It's just gonna get colder. Also, we couldn't get in touch with Ira, Jornada, Sol Babas. But thank you for the time, Tracy Carpena and Christian Abuel. We appreciate you being here. We'll get in touch with you next year for that. We want to talk to, maybe the most jazzed up MX-5. We'll get that on the air. Happy holidays. You guys stay safe. We'll talk to you soon.
Happy holidays, Eric. Happy holidays, Nana.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. Gearbox will be back dito sa Radyo Pilipinas. Thank you, Trace. Salamat.
Linyador, forward, and speed up with Gearbox sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Sa layuning matulungan ng bawat Pilipinong gustong bumalik sa kani-kanilang probinsya para makapagsimula at doon mamuhay ng maayos, inaprubahan ng Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang EO-114, Balik Probinsya, Bagong Pag-asa Program or BP2 na agad namang tinangkilik ng ating mga kababayan.
Na-issue rin po ng ating Presidente Executive Order number 114. Ito po ay yung sa Balik Probinsya, Bagong Pag-asa Program.
Ika-20 ng Mayo, nang maihatid sa Leyte ang first batch ng BP2 beneficiaries na kinabibilangan ng 121 ang Leyteanos. Ang Balik Probinsya Program ay pansamantalang suspendido. Ito'y upang bigyang daan ang hatid tulong na kaloob ng pamahalaan sa iba pang mga kababayang naghihintay makauwi sa kanilang mga tahanan.
They give way to the more important transportation requirements of OFW, turista, as well as estudyante para mauna sila kasi mas malaki yung pangailangan para sa kanila to be able to go back already to their provinces.
Buo ang loob sa pag-alalay. Sa bawat Pilipino'y patuloy ang paghatid tulong.
Pilipino to kababayan natin, tanggapin ninyo and provide for sequestration houses if you want. They hati tayo sa problema. Total hindi naman kami nagkulang. Whatever you need, we provide.
Kaya ang Pangulong Duterte ay umaasang mas magiging matiwasay ang pagpapatupad at pagtanggap sa programang ito.
There's no reason why you should not accept them, especially those who are returning to their homes from doing a work abroad. Kawawa naman kasi.
Isang mensahe mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Kapag hindi nakikita sa social media,
Region 2 po ay inopen po ang ating opisina para lahat ng mga media entities ay dito muna maglagay.
Hindi ibig sabihin walang ginagawa.
Yung mga nagdaang bagyo po, talagang yung mga tao dito ay winawarning namin sila na talagang mag-evacuate before the impact. Yung mga air assets po na na-request namin, nagdatingan po kanina kaya nakaka-rescue at nakaka-relief operations po kami sa mga unreachable areas.
Sakripisyo ng mga rescuers hindi matatawaran.
Sa Nagtiting Project Batalyon, EFP natin, Marines, nagsisitatingan. Itong patuloy na pagpulan na to, hindi kayang i-drench yung willingness at yung aming commitment to serve and help yung ating mga kababayan.
Dahil sariling pamilya nila ay iniiwanan para unahing puntahan at iligtas ang mga nangangailangan.
Our National Resource Operations Center ay hindi po tumitigil sa pagre-repack ng mga family food packs. Makakaasa po kayo that we will sustain our disaster response operations.
Medyo mahirap po yung tuloy-tuloy, nakakapagod na po. Subalit pumitas pa rin ang mga sundalo na ito pa rin ang aming sinumpang tungkulin na tulungan ng ating mga kababayan na nangangailangan ng tulong.
Let's all stop the hate. Bayanihan ang ating kailangan. Pamahalaan ay ating pagkatiwalaan.
Dito sila nagtatrabaho round the clock. Ibig sabihin walang hinto, relibo lang.
Tulong ay laging nariyan.
Kaya natin to. Babangon rin tayo.
Isang mensahe mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2, at ang Integrated News Team.
Gisingin ang umaga sa mga impormasyong kumakalabog. Balita, balita, balita. Sumakay sa maagang pasada ng inipong malakihang balita. Ronda Pilipinas. Maagang nag-iikot para sa istoryang tumadagundong. Ronda Pilipinas ni Lawrence Tanhoco. Alas 6 ng umaga, Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM. Turn up the headlines. Turn up the headlines. Tumutok na sa Gearbox. Dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
A ride that is practically a match for every Filipino. That is the Suzuki Ertiga. Designed to optimize comfort, efficiency, and style, drive with confidence with a 7-seater MPV. Make every moment count with the Suzuki Ertiga. For more details, visit Suzuki's online showroom at suzuki.com.ph. Suzuki Way of Life. Magandang gabi, nagbabalik ang Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, Eric and Nana. And we welcome our guest, well, not guest of the week, but, you know, our, kumbaga, resident food expert.
Hungry Bear.
Hungry Bear. Mig Stories of the Mig Stories Experience on YouTube. Migs!
Kamusta, Eric and Nana? Happy holidays sa inyo.
Happy holidays.
At wow, kung napapansin niyo, medyo magayas ang side ng mukha ko. Pasensyahan niyo na nakakapabunot ko lang po ng ngipin kanina lang. Pero hindi po yan makakahinder sa craving natin ngayong gabing ito. Dahil masakit man ang ngipin o hindi, kakain tayo.
Ganyan ka-dedicated si Mig sa craft niya. May masakit man, namamagama ng panga. The show must go on.
Oo. At itong sunod natin, I'm sure maraming mahilig dito. Dahil pag-uusapan natin is barbecue skewers or Asian barbecue skewers to be exact.
Of course. Paborito yan ng Pilipino.
Oo. Gusto natin grilled pieces of meat or offal dipped in either yung secret sauce ni Manong na hindi natin ma-figure out kung ano talaga, or spiced vinegar. Okay? Just remember, do not double dip. We love to have him, and hindi po tayo nag-iisa dito. All over Asia and the rest of the world, gustong-gusto ng mga tao ang skewered meats, and we're going to talk about some of them today. Now, pag sinabi mong barbecue sticks or barbecue, actually Asian barbecue, ang unang naiisip ng ibang nationalities, char siu or asado, or teriyaki, or yung sikat for the past few years, yung samgyupsal.
Yun,
yun ang unang pumapasok pag sinasabing Asian barbecue. Pero may ibang klase ng barbecue dishes din all over Asia, and ilan dito nakatuhog sa stick. So simulan natin with something from Japan. Okay? And often this one is mislabeled because we refer to it as yakitori. Well, eventually, naging sort of a colloquial na rin for skewered barbecued meats. Pero ang technical term dito is kushiyaki.
Yun.
Okay? Yes.
Kushiyaki.
Yakitori. Exactly. Kushiyaki siya. Now, yakitori is a variation of kushiyaki, which is made of chicken meat, usually yung chicken thigh. And kushiyaki is usually served in izakayas or small Japanese pubs. And very famous ito as pulutan. And I can attest to this. Kushiyaki with Japanese beer is a wonderful experience. Now, different meats can be used. May gumagamit sila ng pork, ng chicken liver, ginagamit nila, isaw, ginagamit nila yan, beef, sausage, seafood. Very diverse po ang tusok-tusok ng Japan. And nilagyan nila to ng sweet and savory tari sauce. Okay? Which is yung traditional dipping sauce nila. And also, well, hindi niya nilagyan ng wasabi ito, no? But ito, hindi mo na kailangan i-dip kahit saan, diretsong kain. Masarap nito. I featured kushiyaki on the video. It's from an online seller na mahilig din sa cars actually, and ang inspiration nila is yung anime na Initial D. So yung pangalan nila Inihaw D. yun ang pangalan nila, and sarap. Yes, very Filipino yung lasa, pero doon pa rin yung authenticity ng kushiyaki. So that's something I really enjoy. Now, another one of my favorite types of Asian barbecue sticks would have to be something from Southeast Asia. It's called satay. At pag sinabi mong satay, maraming klase nito. One of the most famous would have to be from Indonesia, kung saan nagmula ito. One of their most famous dishes, and chicken satay or satay ayam is their most famous delicacy. Pwede mong mahanap ito sa, well, actually everywhere, from street vendors, yung mga food carts, all the way to posh restaurants. Meron pong satay sa Indonesia. Usually turmeric and shallots ang ginagamit nilang marinade dito. Pero may kasamang, and this is only now that I learned of the proper way to pronounce it, ketchup manis, hindi pala ketchup manis. Ketchup manis or dark soy sauce na binabrush nila doon para makuha mo yung medyo caramelized flavor ng satay. Now, in different cultures, we also have satay. Meron yan sa Meron actually all over South Asia, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Pilipinas, may version ng satay, tawag natin dito sati. And ito ang ginamit na instead of ketchup mayonnaise and shallots, ang gamit nila banana ketchup. Oo, tsaka sa atsuete. Atsuete tsaka banana ketchup yung gamit.
The ever-present banana ketchup. Staple yan sa mga lamesa, no?
Oo. Gusto natin yan. Dito sa Manila, hindi pa ako nakakita ng sati, no? Ng Mindanao satay. Pero a friend of mine who lives in Zamboanga told me that doon talagang ang dami, no? Kalat ang sati doon, and medyo nagsasawa ng araw sa sati. Sabi ko, padalhan mo naman ako. Gusto ko ma-experience yung Filipino sati or satay na tinatawag natin. Now, what I featured talaga is Thai satay. Apart from Indonesian satay, what I featured in my video is Thai satay na medyo different yung lasa sa Indonesian satay. Kasi yung sa Indonesian satay, medyo yun nga, caramelized, no? Yung lasa. Ito, medyo mas matlakas yung turmeric flavor. So, I guess medyo strong yung turmeric flavor pero subtle yung flavor ng chicken nila. Mostly chicken breast ang gamit ng satay sa Thailand. Pero meron din silang different kinds of satay, alam ka. Actually, may pork satay din sila, pero usually this is from the Chinese community, hindi yung Muslim community sa Indonesia and Thailand. Now, last and definitely not the least, eto, syempre, magpapatalo ba ang paborito nating Pinoy barbecue?
Yun ang hinihintay ko.
Yan! Kabisado na natin yung lasa nito. Usually, it's sweet, but there's also a mix of flavors, savory, some make it spicy, but generally, Filipino barbecue is mostly pork or chicken na marinated with soy sauce, garlic, spices, sweeteners, minsan brown sugar ang gamit. Pero, alam nyo ba, yung iba ang technique nila ganito. Cola at saka banana ketchup. May banana ketchup pa rin.
Paghahaluin?
Oo. Cola and banana. Nagulat ako dyan ng barbecue sauce na ginagamit nila is yung nakikita nyo medyo mamula-mula. Dark. Yun, ketchup pala yun tsaka banana. Ketchup tsaka cola ang ginagamit nila. So, binabrush nila yung ginagamit marinate. Binabrush nila, nalagyan na lang ng bawang and other spices. Ngayon, iba naman ginagamit lemon lime soda. Lemon lime soda, bawang, yung ginagamit na, asin, paminta na lang. Masarap din yun, guys. Isa sa mga paborito kong klase ng barbecue is yung marinated in lemon lime soda, garlic, salt, and pepper. Yan. Maraming iba't ibang klase pa ng barbecue sa Asia, gaya ng sa India or sa Middle East, merong kebabs, no? Sa Chinese, meron sila, ito hindi ko pa natitikman to kahit kailan. Chinese, meron silang kauru, yung tinatawag nila. Hindi ko pa na-experience yan, but these are the ones I featured on my video. You guys could check it out. It's called Yummy Satay, Pinoy Barbecue, and Kushiyaki. Asian Barbecue Sticks on the Mig Torres Experience. Right? Like the video kung nagustuhan ninyo yung episode na yon, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. And nagkikrave ako ngayon ng Asian barbecue sticks.
Question me, out of all the barbecues, saan mo i-rank ang Pinoy barbecue?
Ang Pinoy barbecue, okay. Usually sasabihin nila, Migs, ito din medyo delikado no? Kasi may bias tayo Pero kung objectively, sa panilasa ko talaga, objectively, I would say I rank it number 2. Gusto ko talaga kushiyaki. Gusto ko talaga yung lasa ng tare sauce. Number 2. Pagkatapos actually, mataas-taas. Gusto ko talaga, or siguro dahil sa panlasa ko lang. Pero, 1 is kushiyaki, 2 is Pinoy barbecue, 3 is satay, pero Indonesian satay. Number 4 is Thai satay. Tapos, I guess I would rank if ito sa top 5, it's kebab. Yun.
Okay. Napalayo, lumabas ka na ng Asia.
Hindi, actually, meron pa rin. Yung India may kebab. Sorry. Ano yun, Nana?
Naplano ko na yung menu ko bukas.
Yes! Masarap.
One last question, Migs. Sa mga nagpaplano ng Christmas dinner nila, Noche Buena or just, plain dinner.
Yes.
Ano ang number one? If there's, one dish, pwede mo i-recommenda. What's the one dish for Christmas 2020?
Okay. Everybody loves, of course, andun yung Chinese ham or yung ano ba mga queso de bola. Pero alam mo ba, isa sa mga na-enjoy ko is crispy roast pork na mayroong honey glaze.
Wow.
Yun, masarap yun. Mahanap sa internet yung recipe na yun. And also, isa sa mga...
DIY to hindi pala bili. DIY to
May mga nabibenta niyan. May mga online sellers. May mga online sellers that
pwede mong gawin, kaya mong gawin.
Pwede mong gawin, honey glazed pork. Kailangan mo lang ng pork belly. Yan ang technique dyan. Isang magandang slab ng liempo. Titrim mo ng konti yan. Tapos, andun na rin yung mga list ng spices and yung glaze na gagamitin mo. Pwede mo pang i-variate yung glaze mo ng konti para mas either mas garlicky, medyo mas citrus, iba-ibang lasa yan. And isa pa na ayaw mawawala magpasko is hot chocolate.
Wow.
Hot chocolate. Hindi yung powder siya, yun talagang tableya.
Tableya.
Yun, ibang klase talaga yun. And imbis na marshmallow lalagay mo, pinipig. Yan ang Pasko.
Good idea yan, Okay.
Yes.
In your hot chocolate.
Oo. Sarap talaga yan. So, yan ang mga mini food hacks natin.
Okay. So, kung naghahanap kayo ng yung pang-topping o yung final dish para sa inyong Noche Buena, yun. Pork belly. Sabi ni Mix. Glazed honey pork belly. Okay. Woo! Nagutom ako bigla. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Migs, for your insight. I can't wait to try out yung mga tips mo. Folks, may bagong episode si Migs every Thursday. Migs Torres Experience on YouTube. Do check it out. We'll talk to you soon, Migs. Take care.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays sa inyo.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next episode. All right? We'll take a quick break. Gearbox ang babalik dito sa Radyo Pilipinas.
Itodo na ang silinyador, forward, and speed up with Gearbox sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Maiba man ang paraan ng ating pagdiriwang, tayong mga Pilipino ay the best pa rin na manghawa. Hindi ng virus, kundi ng kaligayahan tuwing panahon ng Kapaskuhan. Ang mga ngiti, hindi maitatago sa likod ng face mask. Ang pag-alala at concern, nakikita sa mga mata kahit pa nakasuot ang face shield. At kahit kailangang may physical distancing, ang pagmamahal at pagbubuklod ng ating pamilya at mga kaibigan ay mananatiling buo na siyang nagbibigay lakas at pag-asa sa bawat isa.
Sending love, prayers, and flying hugs to everyone! Merry Christmas!
Isang pagbati mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service at Radyo Pilipinas.
Ngayong nasa proseso pa ng pag-adjust sa new normal lifestyle, unti-unting pagbubukas ng ekonomiya ipinayo ng DTI. Kanilang mungkahi, palawigin ang age bracket ng mga Upwork. Panghikayat daw ito para mag-operate ang mas maraming establishment. Makakatulong nga ba ito para sa muling pagsigla ng ekonomiya? Risk management ba'y sagot sa banta ng virus? IATF kaya'y pabor sa kanilang rekomendasyon? Ating sundan ang pasya ng pamalaan dito sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Kalusugan at seguridad mo ang prioridad ng pamahalaan.
Nakikiusap po ako sa mga kabayan natin. Sumunod po tayo sa gobyerno. Wala akong gugustuhin masama sa atin ang ating pamahalaan.
Disiplina sa sarili ay simulan. Minimum health standards ay sundin. Ito'y malaking ambag ng pagkalat at hawahan ng COVID-19 ay mabawasan at maiwasan.
Napakasimple lang po ng instruction ng ating gobyerno. Stay at home, mag-disinfect, mag-face shield, mag-face mask, mag-distancing.
Let's all work together as a team sa laban na ito versus COVID-19. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2.
Chong 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 pasipol-sipol mga manong sa labas magpigil at gumalang kaya ikaw sara bibig kundi maganda ang lalabas.
Pare, ang catcalling ay isang uri ng sexual harassment. Di biro ang sexual harassment at di nakakamacho ang pang-aabuso.
Kaya ikaw sara bibig kundi maganda ang lalabas.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Commission on Women at ng himpilang ito.
Holiday season is here! Pagdiriwang sa Pilipinas na paborito ng lahat. Kaya ang pamahalaan ay may pakiusap.
You had it so many Christmases in your life. Itong kaisa-isa lang, the only Christmas that government will interfere in your private affairs.
Pagdaraos man ng mga okasyon ngayong taon ay may pagbabago, ating unawain na ito ay para sa kaligtasan ng pamilyang Pilipino.
We are preventing you from getting other people sick. So many parties. Would you be kind enough just to skip the festivities?
Higit sa mga salusalo, ang nais ng gobyerno ay makapag-celebrate ang bawat pamilya na may maayos na kalusugan at mapanatiling ligtas mula sa banta ng COVID-19 ang bawat tahanan.
Iwasan muna ninyo because it is for your own good and for the good of the community and eventually for the good of the country.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service at Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Ang nanay ko, doktor.
Si tatay ay nagtatrabaho bilang pulis.
Ang ina ko ay isang pharmacist.
Akong amay, usa ka nurse.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Araw-araw nilang nilalagay ang kanilang buhay sa peligro. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, hindi lang para sa mga mahal nila sa buhay, kundi para sa ating lahat. Kaya't sa ating mga Filipino frontliners, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Lahat kami ay saludo at sumusuporta sa inyo.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Kapag hindi nakikita sa social media,
Region 2 po ay inopen po ang ating opisina para lahat ng mga media entities ay dito muna maglagay.
hindi ibig sabihin walang ginagawa.
Yung mga nagdaang bagyo po, talagang yung mga tao dito ay winawarning namin sila na talagang mag-evacuate before the impact. Yung mga air assets po na na-request namin, nagdatingan po kanina, kaya nakaka-rescue at nakaka-relief operations po kami sa mga unreachable areas.
Sakripisyo ng mga rescuers hindi matatawaran.
17 Infantry Battalion, EMP natin, Marines, nagsisitatingan. Itong patuloy na pagpulan na to, hindi kayang i-drench yung willingness at yung aming commitment to serve and help yung ating mga kababayan.
Dahil sariling pamilya nila ay iniiwanan para unahing puntahan at iligtas ang mga nangangailangan.
Our National Resource Operations Center ay hindi po tumitigil sa pagre-repack ng mga family food packs. Makakaasa po kayo that we will sustain our disaster response operations.
Medyo mahirap po yung tuloy-tuloy, nakakapagod na po. Subalit pumitas pa rin ang mga sundalo na ito pa rin ang aming sinumpang tungkulin na tulungan ng ating mga kababayan na nangangailangan ng tulong.
Let's all stop the hate. Bayanihan ang ating kailangan. Pamahalaan ay ating pagkatiwalaan.
Dito sila nagtatrabaho round the clock. Ibig sabihin walang hinto, relibo lang.
Tulong ay laging nariyan.
Kaya natin to. Babangon rin tayo.
Isang mensahe mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2 at ang Integrated News Team.
Turn up the headlines. Turn up the headlines. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
It is 6:18 already. Stylish, bold, and elegant, a ride that is practically a match for every Filipino. That is the Suzuki Ertiga, designed to optimize comfort, efficiency, and style. Drive with confidence with a 7-seater MPV. Make every moment count with the Suzuki Ertiga. For more details, visit Suzuki's online showroom at suzuki.com.ph. Suzuki, way of life. Suzuki, right now, very, very busy. Kung matitingnan po ninyo yung website nila, they have so much going on. At simulan na po namin i-rundown sa inyo yung things that you can expect, yung mga promos na tumatakbo po sa Suzuki right now.
Okay, ako ba muna?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So ang una ay ang Delightful Wheels promo na nasa Wave 3 na daw ngayon because it has been extended until December 31. So customers who purchase any Suzuki Ertiga variant during the promo period, meaning hanggang December 31, will be entitled to one raffle entry and will get a chance to win one of 10, so 10 units of Suzuki SkyDrive 125Fi. So 10 scooter na to ang ipamimigay nila. Kaya pag bumili ka ng Suzuki Ertiga, makakakuha ka ng raffle coupon to get a chance to win this.
At kung gusto niyo ng Ertiga, saktong-sakto. So ito parang 2 promos in 1 ang mangyayari because if you go under or gamitin nyo or dumaan kayo sa Afford the Wheels promo ng Suzuki, which has been extended until December 31 also, all-in low down payment starting at, 68,000 pesos and low monthly amortization for as low as 14,038 pesos per month. Yan ang offer ng Suzuki para sa Ertiga Black Edition variant. So, medyo, special trim pa ang makukuha yung Ertiga. With as low as, bali lumalabas, kinumpute na nila to, 468 pesos per day for 5 years. 468 para sa mga mahilig tulad nga ng sinabi ni Arvin, yung guest natin na si Arvin o si Onin, basta one of the I don't remember kung sino sa kanila nagsabi, but parang 2 Starbucks a day lang to, naka-Ertiga ka na every day. Isipin mo yon, 2 specialty coffee, kung hindi mo na lang iinumin yun, yun nga, pwede ka na, ipambili mo na lang ng Ertiga yon per day, naka 7-seater MPV ka pa, tapos pag binili mo yan within this promo period, pasok ka pa sa Delightful Wheels promo, so mananalo ka, may pag-asa ka pa mananalo ng isang bike. Diba? Saan ka pa?
So baka parang bigla kang magkakaroon ng 7-seater MPV at ng isang scooter. Diba?
Scooter pa.
Pero kung ibang units naman ng Suzuki ang gusto mo, meron din silang desirable deal, which is also until December 31. So ito naman, low down payment and big discount for the Desire GA manual variant. So, kung financing scheme ang gagamitin mong pambili, an all-in low down payment of 109,980 ang offer nila. And low monthly amortization of 9,672 for 5 years. So, less than 10,000 a month. Kung bibili mo naman yung kotse ng in cash, bibigyan kanila ng discount na 40,000. So that's for the Suzuki Desire GA-MT. So ako rin may computation. Pag nag-financing scheme ka, that's 5 years ang kinuha mo na plan, 325 a day lang yun na daily amortization.
Mas mababa pa sa Ertiga.
Mababa, di ba? Nakakakotse ka na sa 325 a day.
Oh, wow. Mas ano lang 'yun, hindi dalawang 20 'yun. Ano lang siguro, dalawang tol. Dalawang tol lang 'yun na drink. Okay, para naman sa mga frontline workers, may Big Hero promo ang Suzuki, extended din until end of the month. Frontline customers na bibili ng Suzuki APV, Celerio, Ciaz, Desire at saka Swift, makakakuha ng 15,000 peso discount. Alam ko hindi masyado malaki yung magpinakinggan mo, but again, this is on top of the standard dealer discount. So pwede niyang gamitin 2 discount with 1 purchase dahil yun nga, frontline workers kayo under the Big Hero promo. So hindi kayo kailangan pumili, isang promo lang ba pwede niyong i-apply sa bibili ninyo if you're a frontline worker.
Right. So ang galing na ino-honor ng Suzuki ang mga frontliners. Okay, another promo that they have, which is also until December 31, is the Back for More deals. Ito naman all-in low down payment for the following Suzuki models. For Ciaz, it's as low as 8,000 pesos. For the Desire, for as low as 28,000. For the XL7, for as low as 120,000. At for the cute na Espresso, for as low as 48,000.
And finally, ito, lampas until 2021 to. All-in 1,499 change oil promo ng Suzuki. Service maintenance, all-in promo package for change oil at a discounted price of 1,499. So pag all-in, ibig sabihin lahat na po yan. Yung materials, yung labor, and service and all of that, pasok na po yan sa 1499. So napakagandang promo sa mga gusto magtipid kasi gusto niyo pambili ng regalo, pambili ng mas maraming pagkain for this Christmas. Okay? So yun po ang rundown ng mga latest promos ng Suzuki. All will end, well, except for yung change oil promo, all will end of the month. So take advantage while you can. One quick break again and we'll try to get in touch with our guest mula sa Cherry Mobile when we come back dito lang sa Radyo Pilipinas.
Up the headlines. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Sa layuning matulungan ng bawat Pilipinong gustong bumalik sa kani-kanilang probinsya para makapagsimula at doon mamuhay ng maayos, inaprubahan ng Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ang EO-114, Balik Probinsya, Bagong Pag-asa Program or BP2 na agad namang tinangkilik ng ating mga kababayan.
Na-issue rin po ng ating Presidente Executive Order number 114. Ito po ay yung sa Balik Probinsya, Bagong Pag-asa Program.
Ika-20 ng Mayo, nang maihatid sa Leyte ang first batch ng BP2 beneficiaries na kinabibilangan ng 121 Leyteanos. Ang Balik Probinsya Program ay pansamantalang suspendido. Ito'y upang bigyang daan ang hatid tulong na kaloob ng pamahalaan sa iba pang mga kababayang naghihintay makauwi sa kanilang mga tahanan.
They give way to the more important transportation requirements of OFW, turista, as well as estudyante para mauna sila kasi mas malaki yung pangangailangan para sa kanila to be able to go back already to their provinces.
Buo ang loob sa pag-alalay. Sa bawat Pilipino'y patuloy ang paghatid tulong.
Pilipino to kababayan natin, tanggapin ninyo and provide for sequestration houses if you want. They hati tayo sa problema. Total hindi naman kami nagkulang. Whatever you need, we provide.
Kaya ang Pangulong Duterte ay umaasang mas magiging matiwasay ang pagpapatupad at pagtanggap sa programang ito.
There's no reason why you should not accept them, especially those who are returning to their homes from doing a work abroad. Kawawa naman kasi.
Isang mensahe mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Pre, yung face mask mo, baka makalimutan mo pa.
Ay salamat pre, buti pinaalala mo. Proteksyon natin to laban sa COVID. Mahirap nang mahawa.
Tama ka pre. Tayo talaga ang dapat na mag-iingat sa sarili natin. Tayo rin naman na magiging ligtas sa sakit pag sumunod tayo sa mga health standards ng gobyerno.
Maging responsable, maging ligtas, sarili ay pangalagaan para COVID-19 ay malabanan. We heal as one. Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2.
Sa lahat ng mga magigiting nating mga kababayan sa frontline.
Pacheck po ng inyong ID.
Hingang malalim po. Lagi po tayong maghuhugas ng kamay, ha?
Check po tayo ng temperature.
Kayo ang aming mga bayani. Maraming salamat po sa inyong serbisyo. Lahat kami ay saludo at sumusuporta sa inyo.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Ang Presidential Communications Operations Office sa lahat ng panahon ay nananatili at mananatiling tapat sa aming sinumpaang tungkulin.
Napakahalaga po ng komunikasyon para po maipaabot ng DILG ang tama at credible na informasyon.
Inyo pong asahan na kami sa PCOO kasama ang mga attached units at agencies nito ay magsiserbisyo ng tapat at maglilingkod sa abot ng aming makakaya anumang sitwasyon ang ating kaharapin basta't para sa ating mahal na Pilipinas.
Kayo po sa PCOO ay gumaganap ng napaka-importanting role na natutulungan po kami ng lubusan para maipaalam sa ating publika yung mga importanteng...
Maraming salamat po sa inyong tiwala. Isang mensahe mula sa PCOO at Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Turn up the headlines. Turn up the headlines. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Magandang gabi po ulit sa inyo lahat. This is Gearbox, Eric and Nana. O nga pala, nakalimutan nating banggitin, ano? This is gonna be the last show for 2020. Because next week po, it's gonna be, yun nga, nabanggit natin kanina, Nana, Christmas Eve's Day, ano? Thursday next week. So, we'll take a Christmas break ourselves. sa 24, and then 31 din po kasi yung week after. Putukan na rin. So, we'll take a 2-week break and then we'll be back Jan 7. And then we'll have the big reveal na pag-usapan natin kanina na we have a new logo. Mainit pa po, fresh na fresh off the press. So we'll give you a full look next year 2021. Unang episode po, you guys will be the first to know. But right now may teaser na po, nakikita niyo yung bagong little square, 3D square ginagamit naming icon ngayon. That's kasama po yan ang bagong logo. So very exciting. It represents, ikwento mo nga, Nana, what the box represents.
Hindi muna. Ayoko muna magkwento. Sa January na natin kukwento lahat. Pati yung buong process, pati yung, basta madami. Like I said earlier, every little thing in the logo may meaning. Okay. So lahat yung may hugot, di ba? This logo, kasi pinapakinggan tayo ngayon ng mga tao sa Radyo Pilipinas, no? Yung mga nakikinig sa radyo, kung gusto nyo makita ito, pwede kayo pumunta sa aming Facebook account, that's at Gearbox RP1. Makikita nyo rin itong box na teaser na sinasabi ni Eric if you go to our Instagram account, and that's at Gearbox On Air. Pati ba sa YouTube, na-upload na ang ating teaser logo.
Oh, bukas mag-refresh.
Oh, so nasa YouTube din kami at Gearbox On Air din. Yeah. So yan ang aming kwento. Pero yun nga, ngayong 2 weeks, suspense muna. Hindi muna namin sasabihin sa inyo kung ano yung kwento ng logo. Magbabakasyon muna kami, mangangaroling muna kami yung Pasko.
Si Nana po ang nagbibitin sa inyo, hindi ako. Ako gusto ko na mag-ayon ni Nana eh.
Gano? Para buo. Mas maganda yung buo yung kwento eh. Kasi yun nga, nakakatuwa yung proseso na, it's quite an experience for us.
Actually, I've been involved in some logo making, situations. Pero ngayon lang with that amount of, I don't know, parang introspection ba tawag doon, yung parang gano'n, pagmumuni-muni. Malalim.
Parang medyo nakilala ko nga yung sarili ko. Logo. Meron pang interpretation si Elias ng aming mga... Basta, ikukwento ko sa January, ayoko na nga. Ganun, iba na lang ang ikukwento ko ngayon. Kwento ko na lang yung ating feature for the segment na It Starts With One. So, we started this segment, kailan ba? Mga 3 shows ago, no?
Yep.
As explained, It Starts With One shares the stories of Filipinos, mga Juan de la Cruz, who are striving to make everyone's lives better. Yung bang they go out of their way para tumulong, para mapabuti ang buhay ng iba. This week's one for our It Starts With One segment is this guy named Stanley Celudo. So si Stanley is actually a musician. Drummer siya. And I think may business din siya na related dito sa kanyang pagda-drums, no? Pero alam niyo naman na ngayong pandemic, affected yung ating mga artist friends, no? Artists, mga musicians. Kasi, diba, because of the quarantine, walang events, walang get-together. So they don't have an opportunity to perform. Wala rin concerts, diba? So, medyo na-istorbo ang kanilang paghahanap buhay nitong ating mga musikero. So what Stanley Celudo did was to bring them together and find a way para kumita itong mga musikero. And ang na-form nila ay ang tinatawag na Good Banda PH. Ito yung Good Banda PH is a delivery service. At ang magde-deliver ay hindi basta-basta kung sinong driver lang, but itong mga musicians. So yung mga vocalists, mga gitarista, saxophonists, pati mga roadies at mga PAs are also part of it, no? So, meron silang, yung mga may motorsiklo, nagmo-motorcycle delivery, at yung iba, nakakotse or kung anong sasakyan ang meron sila. Itong Good Banda PH, though, is hindi siya yung on-demand. Hindi siya yung, kailangan ko ng delivery ngayon, tapos magbubook ako. Kailangan may advance notice, I guess, kasi ina-arrange pa, no, kung sino yung available at kung anong area. So you have to book in advance, and I think right now you can do that through their social media accounts, which is on Facebook and Instagram. And dahil musician sila, and sabi nga ni Stanley sa isang interview na panood ko na they wanted to differentiate themselves. Na, diba, iba naman sila sa mga Grab or sa mga Lala Move. So, sila sa Good Banda PH, ang kaibahan nila, yung kanilang talent, diba? So, this delivery service still gives them an opportunity to showcase their talents kasi they offer yung harana service. So,
actually, nakita ko yun.
Nice. So pupunta sila sa customer at depende kung anong pinili mo. Kung gusto mo tutugtog sila ng flute, tutugtog sila ng saxophone, pwede. Kung gusto mong kakanta, pwede. I think pwede ka pang pumili kung -1 or kung live na merong gitarista, may banda talaga, di ba? Kung gusto mo na may banda talaga, why not? So, nakakatuwa yung ginagawa nila. And I think a lot of those who avail of this are mga Pinoys who are abroad. They can easily book Good Banda online di ba? Tapos pag-book nila online, pinapadala nila dun sa mga namimiss nila ng mga kamag-anak dito. I guess a lot of them weren't able to come home, di ba? Because of the pandemic. So, ito na lang yung isang way to reach out to their relatives. Kasi ang sabi nga ni Stanley is yung musicians, they're considered as non-essentials di ba? Hindi sila essential worker. So, yun nga, walang hanap buhay. But if you think about it, music is essential di ba? Ngayon nga sabi, for our mental health, for our happiness, di ba? So, malaki ang natutulong nila aside from the mismong delivery service. They provide entertainment. So,
speaking of this delivery service, Nana, I mean, just to be clear, no? So, you book them parang to pick stuff up, yeah, kind of like yung mga courier bikes din na merong apps right now. So, you book them, you send them to a place para kumuha ng bagay and then bring it back to you, parang gano'n, or buy food, buy something.
Yeah. And I think they are also tied up with certain merchants. There are certain merchants who use them specifically kung merong mga ipapadeliver, ipapapick up. So, ayun.
Galing.
Yeah, so I think right now they're operating in Metro Manila and nearby provinces. Nagsimula sila sa 40. Pero nakikita ko, patuloy na dumadami. Patuloy pa rin silang nagtatawag at nag-iimbita ng mga musikero na gusto ng source of income, no?
Galing.
Ito si Stanley Celudo, magaling siya talaga Talagang it starts with one dahil bukod dito sa Good Banda PH, nakita ko na he also started this Facebook page called Musika Ramay. Hanapin niyo rin yun sa Facebook aside from Good Banda PH. Check out Musika Ramay. And even earlier on during the pandemic, parang he invites bands. Tapos ini-interview niya, konting chikahan, in between the chikahan, tumutugtog sila. So, kumakanta, ganyan. So, parang tambay/jamming, parang gano'n. And then, nagko-collect sila ng mga donations. At itong mga donations na to, pinapangtulong dun sa mga musicians na wala ngang hanap buhay. No? Kasi hindi naman lahat nakapag-pivot agad Yung iba, may mga nailabas na hidden talents, di ba? Pumasok sa food business, ganyan. Pero, meron pa rin na hindi agad nakapag-adjust or kulang. You know? So itong ginagawa ni Stanley really helps. So,
now, paano sila, how do you get in touch with them?
You can get in touch with them through their social media accounts. So, that's on Facebook and Instagram, Good Banda PH.
Okay. Now, I believe, nakita ko, pinuntahan ko din yung mga social media outlets nila, no? That right now, they're open for new riders as well. So, kung gusto nyo makisali, you have to be a musician though, roadie, or a tech guy, ibig sabihin technician, music technician, and yung basta involved in a band, one way or another. Nagtotono kayo ng gitara, or you know, yung behind the scenes side, nagsiset up kayo ng yung console, audio equipment, and all of that. Yun, basta doon kayo sa linya na yon, you can be part of this. And you must have a pro license, I believe, sa pagmamaneho to, no? So, a pro license. And then, kailangan nyo mag-avail ng starter kit ng Good Banda PH. So, if ever by next year you wanna be part of this, because for sure, wala pa tayong vaccine, there's not that other controversy na nangyayari about dropping the ball and all that stuff. So that's for another discussion altogether. But kung naghahanap pa kayo, since yun nga, hindi pa fully open ang economy natin, musicians will still have to find other means of making money. Ito, pwede kayo dito sa Good Banda PH. Check them out.
Hindi lang pwede fans. Para sabi, pwede ba akong fans ako? Fan ako ng banda.
hindi mo pwede hindi kasama.
Hindi yata qualified kapag fan.
Hindi kasama. Baka mas marami pang selfie and pa-autograph. Hindi. not counted. It is already 6:39. Stylish, bold, and elegant, a ride that is practically a match for every Filipino. That is the Suzuki Ertiga, designed to optimize comfort, efficiency, and style. Drive with confidence with this 7-seater MPV. Make every moment count with the Suzuki Ertiga. For more details, visit Suzuki's online showroom at suzuki.com.ph. Suzuki Way of Life. Magbabalik po ang Gearbox pagkatapos ng ilang sandali.
Todo na ang silinyador, forward, and speed up with Gearbox sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Upa na ang tubig matapos sumabot ito hanggang ilang bayan sa Camarines Sur ang nalubog sa baha.
Serbisyo sa bayan, hindi mahahadlangan.
Patuloy na nakatutok at nusubaybay ang sitwasyon sa lugar sa 2,220.
Pagbabantay at pagbabalita gagawin sa lahat ng paraan.
Magpapatuloy pa nga rin itong itinakas na rescue operation.
Radyo, TV, social media, kasama ang buong puwersa ng Integrated News Team.
Presidential Communications Operations Office,
Radio Television Malacanang,
Philippine News Agency,
Philippine Information Agency,
People's Television,
IBC 13,
Balita Central,
Radyo Pilipinas Nationwide,
FM1 at FM2.
Komprehensibong inuulat ang pinakauling sitwasyon sa ating bayan para sa kaalaman at impormasyon ng bawat mamamayan.
Patuloy ang pakiusap ng palasyo sa publiko.
Sa anumang panahon, laging handa para sa bayan.
Maiba man ang paraan ng ating pagdiriwang, tayong mga Pilipino ay the best pa rin na manghawa. Hindi ng virus, kundi ng kaligayahan tuwing panahon ng Kapaskuhan. Ang mga ngiti, hindi maitatago sa likod ng face mask. Ang pag-alala at concern, nakikita sa mga mata kahit pa nakasuot ang face shield. At kahit kailangang may physical distancing, ang pagmamahal at pagbubuklod ng ating pamilya at mga kaibigan ay mananatiling buo na siyang nagbibigay lakas at pag-asa sa bawat isa.
Sending love, prayers, and flying hugs to everyone. Merry Christmas!
Isang pagbati mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service at Radyo Pilipinas.
One team tayo. Lahat magkakakampi. Tayo ay iisang matatag na republika na iisa ang layunin. Krisis na dala ng COVID-19 ating tatapusin. Kaya't saan ka man sa Pilipinas, iparinig mo ang iyong sigaw. We can do it! COVID-19 ay lalabanan natin. Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. During these trying times, let us work together. Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Holiday season is here! Pagdiriwang sa Pilipinas na paborito ng lahat. Kaya ang pamahalaan ay may pakiusap.
You had it so many Christmases in your life. Itong kaisa-isa lang, the only Christmas that government will interfere in your private affairs.
Pagdaraos man ng mga okasyon ngayong taon ay may pagbabago, ating unawain na ito ay para sa kaligtasan ng pamilyang Pilipino.
We are preventing you from getting other people sick. So many parties. Would you be kind enough just to skip the festivities?
Higit sa mga salusalo, ang nais ng gobyerno ay makapag-celebrate ang bawat pamilya na may maayos na kalusugan at mapanatiling ligtas mula sa banta ng COVID-19 ang bawat tahanan.
Iwasan muna ninyo because it is for your own good and for the good of the community and eventually for the good of the country.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service at Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Turn up the headlights. Turn up the headlights. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
It's 6:43 PM. Stylish, bold, and elegant ride that is a match for every Filipino. That is Suzuki Ertiga, designed to optimize comfort, efficiency, and style. Drive with confidence with the 7-seater MPV. Make every moment count with a Suzuki Ertiga. For more details, visit Suzuki's online showroom at suzuki.com.ph. Suzuki, way of life. Sa pagdaan ng ilang malalakas na bagyo recently, no, at ang unprecedented, favorite word natin ngayong 2020, itong unprecedented impact nitong mga bagyo na to, dumadami yung usapan tungkol sa kahalagahan ng pag-aalaga sa nature, specifically ng mga puno. In fact, I actually have some clients who are discussing how, they can contribute to the environment, ano bang pwedeng gawin sa mga puno, ganyan. Kasi diba, sabi, kaya daw grabe yung tama nung bagyo. Yung dalawang recent, sino ba yun? Si Ulysses at
tsaka
Rolly, no? Tama.
Yes, Rolly. Oo.
So kaya daw grabe ang tama ng mga bagyo na to sa atin. Kasi daw wala na yung mga puno na sumasangga dito. At bakit
sa Sierra Madre ba to?
Oo,
Oo.
Doon. Diba kasi sa area, depende sa area. Pero hindi lang naman sa Sierra Madre, madami rin all over. Bakit nga ba nawawala ang mga puno na to? Di dahil rin sa kagagawan nating mga tao. So, napapanahon itong online exhibit ng Tumba-Tumba Children's Museum of Philippine Art. Ito ay pinamagatang If Trees Could Talk. Itong If Trees Could Talk ay hatid ng Center for Art, New Ventures and Sustainable Development, or mas kilala tawag na CANVAS. Ginagawa daw nila itong exhibit na ganito taon-taon. Every year, inaanyayahan ng CANVAS ang piling mga artists upang parang meron silang binibigay na kailangan pag-isipan. Pag nilay-nilayan ang relationship sa pagitan ng mga tao at ng nature. At ang resulta nitong kung anong naisip ng mga artists, makikita this year. Dito nga sa exhibit na to, na If Trees Could Talk. Among the participating artists are Dante Lerma, Arnel Natividad, Daniel Uichoco, Mark Jeffrey Santos, RV Basco, Noel Elicana, at marami pang iba. Sinilip ko yung mga artworks and I think there's about 17, roughly ganon. And madali siyang ma-appreciate kasi may mga explanation bawat painting. So parang you're able to get inside the mind of the artist. And also, dun sa Tumba-Tumba, aside from If Trees Could Talk, may isa pang exhibit na tungkol rin sa environment. No? Ito naman ang tinatawag na Kalikasan, Kabataan, Kinabukasan, KKK, di ba? Na ito na may pinangungunahan ng mga members ng ang ilustrador ng kabataan. Or ang
parang social na social yan, ah.
Diba?
Ilustrador.
Ang ilustrador, hindi ilustrado. Ang ilustrador ng kabataan or ang tinatawag na ang Inc. So again, in partnership pa rin with CANVAS, tungkol pa rin sa climate change. Ang sabi kasi nitong mga taga-ang Inc., in teaching our children that saving the planet is both their right and responsibility, we recognize that there are important things that children can learn and do, even now, as early as now, to become part of the solution. So, tingnan niyo po atong Kalikasan, Kabataan, Kinabukasan at If Trees Could Talk sa tumbatumba.ph.
Very interesting. At eye-opening, ika nga, especially with the situation right now, these storms na totoo, palakas ng palakas. I mean, mapapansin nyo sa amount of damage na nararamdaman ng mga kababayan natin. Again, so many hard-hit cities dito sa Metro Manila. I think it was Rolly. Rolly medyo matindi, maraming tinamaan. Again, yung mga Marikina River residential areas, doon, marami doon. Ulysses ba yun? Kay Ulysses ba yun? Or
pangalawa.
Okay. So, ang daming tinamaan doon. So, something has to be done.
Ngayon lang naman ganyan yung mga bagyo eh. Yep. Nung bata ako, nung unang panahon. Diba, pag bagyo, parang nag-enjoy pa yung mga tao, nagmumol. Ngayon, pag bagyo, parang nanginginig kayo lahat ng kinakabahan, anong mangyayari. And yung mga areas na dating hindi naman binabaha.
Yun. I mean, there have been... Ako, I remember, I think I told this story once before on the show na nung pinanganak ako, yung July of back in 87. baha. I remember my parents telling me Pero hindi, tulad ng sabi ni Nana, I mean, mas maraming areas ngayon talagang lumulubog. So, something has to be done. Obviously, branches of the government kailangan, pag-aralan to. DPWH, DNR, and so many other agencies, kailangan magtulong-tulong para ma-sort out to. Samantala, from nature, it's talk about, people, Filipinos, and this COVID-19 situation. Today, 1,470. So, nasa 1,000 pa rin tayo per day. COVID-19, new infections to, new infections. So, it isn't a spike right now, pero ang sabi sa balita, government is preparing a spike or preparing for a spike because holidays. Yun nga pinag-usapan natin kanina. Bibisita ba kayo? Dadalawa kayo? Baka pagpunta nyo doon, either may dala kayo or may iuwi kayo na COVID-19. Hindi naman one or the other. I mean, baka naman safe yung pupuntahan nyo. Pero again, we can't really tell unless magpapa PCR test kayo lahat before you get together, which I doubt will happen. But that's a good idea. Actually, my sister-in-law was talking about it. If you really, that's the safest way to get together, if most responsible way. Magpa-test kayo lahat.
Pero
before.
Kasi, ang tema doon sa testing, importante rin yung timing.
That's
diba?
true.
At what point, and then, yung PCR, yan yung matagal di ba? Yung hinihintay mo yung lumabas sa lab. So, ang tanong din, anong ginagawa mo habang hinihintay mo yung resulta?
Test.
Kasi baka namamasyal ka, so pag lumabas yung test, negative ka nga, pero nakapulot ka pala dun sa pamamasyal mo while waiting. So, medyo complicated siya no?
Yeah.
And kanina kinakwento ko sa'yo, di ba, na meron akong pinapunta sa Divisoria na, yung isang kong supplier, pumunta siya sa Divisoria and he was saying, sobrang daming tao.
Daming tao.
So parang it's a regular Christmas season in Divisoria. And then, kahapon din, may nag-deliver sa akin na Grab driver. He was very apologetic kasi sabi niya, napaka-traffic daw. Totoo ba yun? Hindi ako lumalabas ng malayo So,
well, yeah, I believe, I hear from so many people. Ako lumabas na ako once. I had to do something sa QC. Yeah, once. Although lumalabas ako for a quick grocery run, yung mag-grocery lang. Malapit lang. Pero may isang beses akong pumunta sa QC for something. And then, I believe from so many people na nakausap ko, it's regular traffic. It's regular. Except for the fact na nasa pandemic tayo, but the traffic is regular. Kung yung gaano katagal ka dati sa traffic, gaano ka din katagal ngayon. I mean, not everybody, but maraming pumapasok, maraming lumalabas. So, traffic is bad.
So, parang madami pa rin tao, ibig sabihin. Diba?
Maraming lumalabas.
Saka yun nga, I think rin, yung mindset natin no, na even if maluwang yung quarantine, even if hindi hinuhuli, kasi dati, di ba, pag lumabas ka, huhulihin ka. So, natatakot yung mga tao lumabas. O kaya, yung hinihingan ka ng, anong tawag dun sa ID na yun?
Yung mga pass, no?
Whatever. So, very strict. So, people were very cautious. Pero ngayon na hindi na strict, akala ng mga tao, okay na, di ba? Ganon. Meron pa rin pong virus, nandiyan pa rin po, wala pa rin tayong vaccine, wala pa tayong gamot. Kasi yung kwento ko nga, pinost ko ito sa Facebook a few days ago, no? May nakausap ako na, kasi ayokong lumabas talaga. As much as possible, I avoid it. And then pag nasa labas ako, parang yung galaw ko, talagang pinaplano ko, no? At may nag-comment sa akin, sabi sa akin, ano ka ba? Takot na takot ka. Kung yung mga senior citizen nga, pinapayagan ng lumabas. So to her, no, ang nasa isip niya is, porket open na, porket hindi na binawalan lumabas yung mga senior citizen, parang safe na. Hindi naman ganun yun, di ba? So, yun yung mga delikadong mindset. Kailangan, alam pa rin natin, aware pa rin tayo, na delikado pa rin lumabas.
That's true. That's true. Hindi biro yung sakit na to, no? I mean, siguro baka namamanhid na kayo or parang because you see it a lot sa news na ganito, ganon. But it's real. It's still there. So, ingat po tayo, especially, in the coming days dahil nga there is that big urge pag nanasa na lumabas, makihalubilo. And we tulad nga sabi ni Nana, she understands your situation. Kaya nga ganon yung usapan namin kanina sa aming hot topic. But there is still, pag sinabi namin risk, it's a big risk. It's not, na baka madapa ka lang, masugatan ka. This is a big risk kung lalabas kayo next week para mag-party. Yeah, hindi po biro ito.
Hindi biro yung kapalit.
Yeah, it's a virus that is killing so many people, hindi lang sa Pilipinas. So, really.
Ang sinasabi ng mga frontliners, diba, ng mga doktor, it's actually a very painful death.
Yeah.
So, yun. So, you wouldn't want to experience that. And I think rin, another reason na nagiging ganito yung mga tao, sabi mo nga, di ba, yung gustong-gusto na nilang lumabas, makipagkita sa mga kapamilya at mga kaibigan, nagkakaroon na rin ng fatigue, di ba? Yung napapagod na mag-mask, napapasawa na maghugas ng kamay, mag-alcohol. Kasi stressful, ha? Di ba? Parang leaving the house is a big production number.
Napaka. Actually, tumanggap ka lang ng package eh. May mga delivery. Tuyong-tuyo na po ang kamay ko. I'm sure lahat tayo. Dry na yung hands. Kailangan mag-moisturize, kailangan mag-lotion. But kailangan po natin gawin. Hindi po pwedeng isantabi yung mga steps na ito para mapangalagaan yung kalusugan.
Oo. Tapos kanina sabi mo required, di ba? Ngayon required na ang face shield.
Face shield, yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Dati, pagpapasok ka lang ng supermarket or malls, ngayon po, pag lumabas ka lang ng bahay, kasi alam ko, huhulihin ka. Hindi ko alam kung up to the barangay level or, police or MMDA level, pwede ka nang tikitan or i-apprehend. Pero as per the IATF, nasa news po yan. Ano ba ngayon? Tuesday, I believe lumabas to officially. Sabi ng IATF, hindi lang masks ang mandatory, pati face shields. So, yun. Kailangan
sumunod. Alam mo, napakahirap sumuot ng face shield Nung isang araw, naka-face shield ako, parang medyo nadadapa-dapa ako.
Actually, maga-ano yung vision mo kasi obviously yung plastic will change yung depth perception mo and all of that. So, mahirap tumansya. Ang isa pa, lalo na pag naka-shield din yung kausap mo, ang hirap, kailangan mo yung regular speaking voice mo, hindi po pwede yon. Iaangat mo ilang beses na pag nag-grocery ako, kailangan ko magtanong, hindi ko madinig, kailangan medyo kung sana yung level nyo nga sa regular conversation na nakasanayan ng katawan mong iba to, kailangan nyo taasan kasi hindi kayo magkakaintindihan.
Kailangan medyo sumisigaw, magkano to?
Hindi ako galit, naka-shield lang ako tsaka naka-mask.
Oo, so mahirap siya. Mahirap yun. Umaakit ako sa hagdan nung pupunta ang ATM Parang kabang-kaba ako kasi hindi ako sure kung ano yung edge nung hagdan,
Baka naman senior moment yan, ha?
Ha?
Baka naman senior moment yan.
Ang challenge pa kasi nga, nakasalamin ako. Dami kong suot, diba? Ganyan. And then, pero yun nga, iniisip ko na lang, pag nagkasakit ako, mas mahirap. Kaya nakahawa ako ng iba, tapos nagkasakit sila. Mas mahirap yun kaysa sa magsuot ng mask at saka ng face shield. At medyo uugod-ugod. Medyo feeling senior nga ako.
So if we ever have a parting message for you ngayong 2020, that would be it. Stay safe, stay healthy. Sumunod po tayo sa mga protocols kahit na mahirap. Because ito yung really 100% for your benefit. Didinig natin madalas yan. Para naman sa iyan para sa kapakanan mo. Pero ito talaga para sa kapakanan mo at sa lahat ng taong kasama mo. So, sumunod po tayo. But also at the same time, celebrate the holiday seasons as much as you can because this 2020 has been really hard on everyone. So, we need to kumuha as much happiness as we can from the final few days of 2020. By the way, happy birthday sa aming producer, F. Gaitos.
Oo nga.
F. Gaitos. Today, 2021? Naka na ang 21 ba, F? Happy birthday to F. Gaitos. Right now, naka-birthday leave.
May pakotilyon ba si F?
Kotilyon? Tagal ko nang dinadinig yun. May nagkukotilyon pa ba ngayon?
I think so.
Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe because matanda na tayo, wala na tayo nadidinig na. I mean, I'm sure baka sa mga yung mga millennials and all that.
Mag-survey ako niya, mag-survey ako.
Kotilyon, may nagkukotilyon pa? Nasa ano pa, okay. Yun po. Thank you to our crew. Orly Lopez, Gemart Rocamora, Marvin Toledana. Si Marvin ngayon ang kumamada ng lahat ng nangyayari sa show today. So Marvin, maraming salamat. F, again, happy birthday. Enjoy your birthday. To everyone else, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll take a break on the show. Magbabalik po kami Jan 7. So ito na yung holiday greetings namin for all of you guys.
21.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Nana.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, see you in 2021. So I hope it's going to be a better year. 2020 was, yun nga, sabi niya, very challenging. We had to learn new ways of doing things. Ito ang example, di ba, na patuloy kami nag-broadcast through Skype, na binabato dun sa radio station. Buti na lang, napakagaling ng aming production team. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. At maraming salamat sa mga tumututok, nakikinig, nanonood, at bumibisita dito sa Gearbox.
On behalf of Nadal and the rest of our production crew, we wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you January 7, 2021. Balik na po namin sa studios dito po sa Radyo Pilipinas 738.
Na Pasko sa panahong may pandemya, paano na nga ba? Sila ba'y nakakangiti pa? Buhay at pag-aaruga, ibinibigay para sa ikabubuti ng kapwa. Kanilang sakripisyo ay walang katumbas na kahit anong material na bagay. Nagbabantay sa iba, kahit sariling pamilya ay hindi makasama, kapalit ang ginhawa at ngiti ng iba, lahat kinakaya. Sa inyo na nagbibigay ng pag-asa sa mga pasyenteng malayo rin sa pamilya, salamat po sa buong taong regalong hindi matatawarang dedikasyon at serbisyo mula sa